Since 1958, the Tuaregs and the Berbish, the nomadic populations, which are basically North African, have demanded, well, in 58 they demanded of the French government not to be included in the Mali and Senegalese state because they look north. And so this is what created the problem for the Malian state. If you draw the 15th parallel, it goes right across Mali, Niger, Chad. And in the case of Mali, you have a 90% black population that is sub-Saharan African that control the state and all the goodies of the state and all the institutions. And then you have this small percentage up north that are Arab or Tuareg, and they look to the north. And the way that the peace has been kept is either Gaddafi has integrated the Tuaregs into his army, or the Algerians have come down and found a sort of peace solution. So this border problem, which is that you put an Arab population with the sub-Saharan African population, is not working. There has to be some form of autonomy that addresses the problems of the Tuaregs and the nomadic population. So why? Well, this is why. We can, with the Africans and the French, defeat Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb, but they will be back, because it's an ungoverned territory, because the Malian state has never had control over the north of Mali. In fact, the Malian military is afraid to go into the north unless they go with their Tuareg and Berbish allies who know the desert. So there has to be a local security and police force trained and well equipped that can keep the peace in the north. To have that kind of situation, I think you probably have to have some kind of autonomy. The second thing you have to have, I went up to the north a lot, and I took along an interagency team, and we'd sit down in Arawan and Boujbea, and we'd talk to the leaders, and they would tell us what they needed, and then we would arrange for a well to be sunk or a school to be repaired. Honestly, assistance from the donors never reaches north of the Niger River. And so you have to have a second component, is that you have a local government in Kidal, which is basically the center of the north, that works with the donors to provide development assistance from that area. Because as long as the money is going to the ministries in Bamako, it's not going to go into the north. So the issue of autonomy, a plebiscite first, borders confirmed, some kind of new government with security and development will have to be done. And